Have you ever felt like your trauma was a sin? Like the anxiety you feel, the depression you battle, or the anger that rises up is somehow proof that you aren't spiritual enough? This is what I call the double burden. You are carrying the weight of what happened to you. And on top of that, you're carrying the guilt of how it affected you. You feel bad for feeling bad. If you ever wondered, is God disappointed in my healing process? This video is for you. Today, we're going to unearth the roots of spiritual guilt and reclaim your identity, not as a broken project, but as a beloved child. As a counselor, I see this often in survivors of spiritual abuse or deep trauma. We confuse survival with sin. When you go through trauma, your brain goes into survival mode. You might shut down, you might get angry, or you might numb out. Later, when the dust settles, a voice whispers, if you had more faith, you wouldn't be anxious. If you were really a Christian, you'd be over this by now. But here's the truth. That is not the voice of the Holy Spirit. That is the echo of your trauma. In psychology, we call this moral injury. When a deep violation of your trust makes you feel like you are the one who is spiritually damaged. You aren't battling God's judgment. You are battling a nervous system that learned to be afraid. And God doesn't judge a startled heart. I was listening to a song recently that perfectly captures this pivot. It says, I didn't think I would survive this season. So many prayers delayed. Does that resonate with you? The feeling that you've been stuck in survival mode for so long, you've forgotten who you are. But the lyrics go on to say, God is doing something new in me. I don't look healed yet, but I don't feel the same. This is the key to breaking spiritual guilt. You have to realize that your healing journey isn't a straight line back to who you used to be. God is trying to is God isn't trying to fix you back to your old self. He is growing something new out of the soil of your crime. He isn't mad at your scars. He's present in your healing. So, how do we practically silence that accuser? Here are 3 steps you can take today. 1, name the voice. When you feel that wave of spiritual guilt, stop and ask, does this voice sound like a shepherd or a taskmaster? Conviction from God brings life and a desire to change. Condemnation brings shame and a desire to hide. If it makes you want to hide, then it's not God. 2, validate your survival. Stop apologizing for how you survived. If you had to disassociate to get through abuse, thank God for a mind that protected you. If you had to leave a toxic church to save your faith, honor that courage. Stop repenting for your survival mechanisms. Number 3, reauthor your identity. You need to label and replace that label of damaged goods with new creation. The song says, I'm letting go of who I had to be. You had to be a soldier to survive the war. Now, God is inviting you to be a son or daughter in the peace. Recovery is messy and involves anger, doubt, and days where you feel weak. But none of that disqualifies you from God's love. In fact, that is exactly where He meets you. I want to pray for you, for the person who feels like they are too broken to be used. Lord, silence the accuser. Let them feel the difference between the weight of guilt and the lightness of your grace. Remind them that you are doing a new thing. If this video spoke to your spirit, please share it with someone who needs this freedom. And remember, you are not just healing, you are becoming new. I'll see you in the next video.